Our modern world is drowning in a sea of waste. Every day we generate mountains of discarded packaging, single-use plastics, and unwanted byproducts of our consumption. This culture of disposability has created an environmental crisis of epic proportions. Landfills overflow, oceans choke on plastic debris, and valuable resources are squandered. This problem demands our urgent attention. We must confront the consequences of our throwaway lifestyle. Consider the ubiquitous plastic water bottle, a symbol of our insatiable thirst for convenience. Made from polyethylene terephthalate, or PET, these bottles are designed for single use, yet their impact on the planet is anything but temporary. Millions of barrels of oil are used each year to produce these bottles, a staggering expenditure of energy for a product designed to be used once and discarded. This reliance on single-use plastics has created a global waste stream that threatens to overwhelm our ability to manage it. The problem extends far beyond the plastic bottles. Every sector of our economy is implicated, from the excessive packaging of consumer goods to the mountains of food waste generated by households and businesses. Our current systems are simply unsustainable. The consequences of our actions are evident in polluted landscapes, depleted natural resources, and a climate in crisis. We must transition to a more circular economy that prioritizes reuse, reduction, and responsible consumption. This requires a fundamental shift in our mindset, moving away from the convenience of disposability towards a more conscious and sustainable approach to how we live, consume, and dispose of our waste. The single-use PET water bottle embodies a paradox of modern life. It is marketed as a symbol of health and purity, yet its production and disposal contribute to environmental degradation that undermines our well-being. The very act of reaching for a plastic bottle of water, often driven by a desire for a healthier beverage choice, ironically perpetuates a cycle of harm. The production process for PET bottles is energy-intensive, requiring significant amounts of fossil fuels. The extraction and transportation of raw materials, the manufacturing of the bottles themselves, and the subsequent distribution network all contribute to greenhouse gas emissions that accelerate climate change. Moreover, the disposal of these bottles presents a significant challenge. Recycling, while a critical component of waste management, is often touted as a panacea for our consumption habits. The reality is far more nuanced. The recycling system, particularly for materials like PET, is under immense strain, struggling to keep pace with the sheer volume of waste generated. The economics of recycling are complex, often dependent on fluctuating market prices for recycled materials and the availability of processing facilities. Moreover, not all plastics are created equal. Different types of plastics require specific recycling processes, and contamination from mixed materials can render entire batches unrecyclable. The infrastructure for sorting and processing recycled materials is often inadequate, leading to a significant portion ending up in landfills despite our best intentions. This is not to say that recycling is futile, but rather a call to recognize its limitations and the need for a more comprehensive approach to waste reduction. The issue of single-use plastics, like the ubiquitous PET bottle, finds a striking parallel in our food system, particularly in our overconsumption of refined flour and sugar. Just as the convenience of single-use plastics has come at a steep environmental cost, so too has our reliance on these processed food products led to a health crisis. These empty calories, stripped of their nutritional value through extensive processing, contribute to a range of chronic diseases, mirroring the environmental degradation caused by our throwaway culture. Refined flour and sugar, devoid of the fiber and nutrients found in their whole-grain counterparts, are quickly absorbed into the bloodstream, leading to spikes in blood sugar and contributing to insulin resistance, weight gain, and an increased risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and certain types of cancer. Like the plastic accumulating in our landfills and oceans, these refined carbohydrates contribute to a different kind of accumulation of fat cells and health problems that burden our bodies and healthcare systems. The allure of convenience, pre-packaged meals, sugary drinks, and fast food laden with refined flour and sugar mirrors the appeal of single-use plastics. They offer a quick fix, a temporary solution to the demands of modern life, but at a hidden cost. Just as we must rethink our relationship with single-use plastics, we must also re-examine our food choices. Embracing whole foods, cooking at home more often, and being mindful of the ingredients in our food are essential steps towards a healthier and more sustainable future.